Right, so here we are, and we're going to be playing a D major chord, otherwise just known as a D chord. Mainly, most major chords you don't mention it, unless it's a seventh or a sixth or something else added on. But if someone says a C chord, a D chord, they're basically meaning the major. Right, so basically the D major chord looks like this. That is essentially what it looks like. Now you'll notice it actually looks slightly like a D shape if you can sort of imagine it that way. Sort of back end of it and the sort of D, sort of triad shape there, similar to a D. Basically refer to the chord diagram, and it will give you it'll just basically show you what we're referring to with the finger placements and things like that. Obviously this is the nut of the guitar here. This is the first fret, second fret and third fret. Obviously the bars are actually the fret but you're playing in between. We're calling first, second and third here. Finger wise, put the fingers there. This one is your first, middle, ring your third, pinky or fourth. You can name them any way, but obviously you should know what fingers are. So basically what we want to do is use our first finger and play it in the second fret on the third string from the bottom. The string wise, the thinnest string is your first string, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, all the way up to your thickest string is your sixth string. So we're playing basically the third string from the bottom, second fret. And when we're playing it, again, we want to be close to the fret as we can, as close to the wee metal bar here as we can without actually touching it, or certainly not without sitting on top of it. So first finger goes there, second finger, which is your middle finger, goes on the first string and the same fret in the second fret. So we should be looking at this. So first finger, third string, second fret, second finger, first string, second fret, and then we're reaching over with our ring finger or third finger, and we're going to the second string, second from the bottom, into the third fret. So we'll look at this, and it should sound something like. Okay, see if we can get a better angle on it there, slightly better angle there. So again, fingers off. Best way of practicing it is, and remembering, is take the fingers completely off and start again. First finger, second finger, then third finger. So first finger onto the third string, second fret, and move it close to the actual fret, the little metal bar, as you can. Second finger, first string, second fret, and third finger basically goes in between the two on the second string, third fret. Now, as I say, once you put them on, you may adjust slightly your fingers. That's just, everyone is exactly the same. But practice trying to keep, rather than the fingers being down here and away from the actual frets, try keeping them up quite close. Sometimes it is unavoidable that it's going to actually slip further down, but try and practice and make your hands do what you want them to do. Again, as I say, once you've got that, have a look at the chord diagrams for the D major chord, and that will basically show you exactly what you're playing. It's always better to get an idea of your reference point, what you're going to be looking at in the future for chords. Right, so basically, if we play the D chord, now with the D chord as well, we're not playing the 6th or the 5th string, we're only playing the 4th, 3rd, 2nd and 1st. Basically the 6th and the 5th string aren't part of the D major chords, we're not playing them. So you just need to be slightly more accurate when you're actually strumming, so just basically the 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th strings you're playing there. Now, common sort of faults that you get when playing the chord, not faults, just when you're getting used to it, is this finger accidentally muting the bottom string, so you might have it something like this. Sound it a little bit tinny, and essentially it's just because you've not sort of rolled this finger enough. Always remember and play it with the tips of your fingers. You're not playing it flat, you're playing it right with the tips of your finger. So there's a camera there, tips, so you can see the sort of line on my finger. The line's not a good thing, it just means you're holding it probably too tight. But obviously I'm moving it up and down just to try and show you how not to do it, as well as how to do it. So if you're hearing basically, so all you want to do is sound out each individual string. So we'll just play the 3. Okay, so if you start hearing something like that, that's the first string there. Move your 3rd finger, turn it slightly. We're wanting basically to have plenty of air space in between your hand and the bottom of the guitar, so you're obviously not playing it quite with the tips of the fingers if you're catching that one. So it's this finger here, so just move it about slightly. You hear it then, move it about. You get a nice clear ring on it. And again, a similar sort of scenario here as with the 4th string when you're playing it, is actually, and that means your 1st finger is muting it here. So make sure you've got that nice and settled as well. Then have your 4th string. So essentially what you want to do is play each individual string. I would play the 4 of them just to make sure that you've got your finger placement right. You sort of hear it ringing out nicely. Obviously, as I said, basically keep your fingers as close to the frets as possible. Always use the tips of your fingers, and basically just adjust your fingers as would do. And once you've basically got it sounding good and sounding nice, take your fingers off and put them back on, but do it one at a time, one finger at a time, just to get it right. Make sure you've got it nice and close to the frets, and basically just give it a good strum. And eventually with a bit of practice you'll be able to just jump straight on, but essentially say 1st, 2nd, 3rd fingers close to the frets and a good strum, and that should sort of stand you in good stead for learning the rest of your chords. So that is basically the D major chord, and as I say, obviously continue with the lessons and we'll show you some more basic chords and take it from there. Thanks.